If you've ever felt like the system is rigged against you, this story is for you. If you've ever applied to 60 jobs and heard nothing back, this is for you. Because Keisha didn't win by playing by the rules. She won by creating her own game. Keisha was 29 years old with 3 kids. Her baby's father was in prison. She was a high school dropout with no job experience except fast food. And she'd just been evicted from her apartment. She moved into her sister's basement with all 3 kids. Imagine that. 3 children sleeping on an air mattress in someone else's basement. Her entire life fit into 5 garbage bags. That was it. Everything she owned. Her bank account had $43. She was on food stamps and WIC. Her kids were eating ramen noodles every single night because that's all she could afford. The electricity in her sister's basement kept getting shut off because she couldn't contribute enough for bills. But here's the part that broke her. She applied to 60 jobs in 2 months. Retail, fast food, cleaning services, warehouses, anything. Nobody called her back. Not one interview. When you're a single mom with no diploma and no car, you're invisible to employers. She told me she cried in the bathroom one night while her kids slept. She looked in the mirror and said, "My babies deserve better than this. They deserve a mother who can provide." That moment right there, that's where everything changed. Keisha had one thing nobody could take from her: her grandmother's soul food recipes. Growing up, her grandmother had taught her how to cook. Real cooking. The kind that makes your house smell like love. Fried chicken that's crispy outside and juicy inside. Mac and cheese that makes you close your eyes. Collard greens with just the right amount of seasoning. She looked at her $50 monthly food stamps and had a crazy idea. What if she used them to buy ingredients and sold plates of food? She knew it was technically not allowed, but she also knew her kids were hungry, and she was desperate. She went to the grocery store and bought chicken, rice, seasonings, vegetables. She made 15 plates of her grandmother's recipes. Then she did something terrifying. She posted on Facebook. Home-cooked meals, $10 each, pick-up only. Real soul food made with love. She put her sister's address and waited. Her hands were shaking. What if nobody bought any? What if people reported her? What if she just wasted the only food money she had? Her sister's co-workers bought 8 plates the first day. 8 plates, that's $80. Keisha cried when she counted the money. It was more than she'd made in weeks. Real cash in her hand for something she created. The people who bought the food came back the next week. They brought co-workers. They told friends. Word spread fast because here's the truth. Her food was incredible. It tasted like somebody's grandmother made it because somebody's grandmother had taught her. The next week, she made 30 plates. Sold out in 2 hours. People were calling her phone non-stop. She was cooking in her sister's kitchen from 6 a.m. until midnight. Her kids were helping package the food in cheap styrofoam containers from the dollar store. She was making $200 per week. From food, from her grandmother's recipes, from her sister's kitchen. Month 4, something big happened. A woman from her church called. "Keisha, we need someone to cater Sunday lunch for 200 people. Can you do it?" 200 people. She'd never made food for that many people before. She was terrified. But she said yes. She quoted $1,500 for the whole meal. The church said yes immediately. She spent 3 days preparing. She borrowed every pot and pan her sister had. She cooked 200 plates of soul food, fried chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens, cornbread, sweet potato pie. Her hands were cramping. Her feet were swollen. But she delivered every single plate on time. The church loved it. People were asking who catered it. The pastor gave her a microphone during announcements and said, "If y'all need catering, call Sister Keisha." Her phone didn't stop ringing for a week. That's when the light bulb went off. Churches and offices need regular catering, not once, regularly, every week, every month. That's recurring revenue. That's stability. Keisha created a simple menu. Soul food buffet packages, $12 per person for chicken, 2 sides, and cornbread. $15 per person if they wanted dessert. That's it. No complicated options, no custom orders. Just what she did best. Then she did something smart. She made sample plates and cold called 40 churches and small businesses. She literally walked in with warm plates of food and said, "I'm Keisha. I do catering for churches and offices. Try this and let me know if you need me." Free samples are powerful. People can say no to a sales pitch. But when they taste mac and cheese that reminds them of their childhood, they remember you. She landed 3 monthly contracts. A church that needed lunch every Sunday. A small office that wanted catered lunches twice a month. Another church that needed food for their Wednesday night service. That's $8,000 per month guaranteed before she even counted individual orders. By year 2, Keisha had moved into a commercial kitchen. She couldn't operate out of her sister's kitchen anymore. She hired 4 staff members. And here's the beautiful part. She only hired single mothers, women like her, women who'd been rejected by every employer, women who had kids and no diploma and no options. She trained them. She paid them fairly. She worked around their kids' schedules. She gave them the chance nobody gave her. She bought a food truck, parked it outside corporate offices during lunch, sold food from a truck, lines around the block, $2,000 per day just from the truck. She started catering weddings, corporate events, birthday parties, anywhere people needed real food made with love. Her reputation spread. If you want your event to feel like home, call Keisha. Today, Keisha does $125,000 per month in revenue. Let me say that again, $125,000 per month, from food stamps to $1.5 million per year. She has 12 employees, all single mothers she personally trained. She bought a house. Her kids go to private school. She drives a car she paid cash for. The woman who couldn't get a call back from McDonald's now has businesses calling her. But here's what I love most. She started a program called Food Stamp to Freedom. She teaches other single mothers her exact system. How to start with almost nothing. How to use your skills. How to turn desperation into determination. She tells them, "I didn't need a degree. I needed desperation and my grandma's recipe. You don't need permission to feed people. You need courage to start." Keisha's story isn't about food. It's about refusing to accept what society tells you you're worth. When 60 employers said no, she created her own employer. When the system said she was unqualified, she built something where her qualifications didn't matter. She didn't wait for perfect conditions. She didn't wait for startup capital. She didn't wait for a business loan or an investor or a partner. She used $50 in food stamps and her grandmother's recipes and got to work. And here's what nobody tells you. Your struggle is your advantage. Keisha's food tastes like love because she made it for her hungry kids first. Her business serves single mothers because she knows exactly what they're going through. Her success comes from authenticity you can't fake. You don't need money to start. You need something people want and the courage to offer it. She didn't scale until she proved it worked. She didn't quit her sister's basement until she had consistent income. She built slowly, plate by plate, customer by customer. What can you make that people need? What skill do you have that you're undervaluing? Cooking, cleaning, organizing, fixing things, teaching, writing. Those aren't just skills. Those are potential businesses. If you're sitting in your sister's basement right now feeling invisible, feeling like nobody will give you a chance, this is for you. If you're on food stamps wondering how you'll feed your kids next week, this is for you. You're not too broke to start. You're not too unqualified. You're not too anything. Keisha was all those things. And she built an empire anyway. What's the thing you know how to do better than most people? What's the skill you're sitting on because you think it's not enough? Start with 15 plates. Start with 5 customers. Start with whatever you can do today with what you have. Because 5 years from now, you could be making $125,000 per month. Or you could still be waiting for permission. Drop your skill in the comments. Tell me what you're good at. Because someone needs what you have.